Okay, let's pull up members tab 5, SB330, Senator Dean. So Chase, I believe you're here for Senator Dean.
Yes, sir.
Are you going to talk like Senator Dean?
I wish I could, but no one can duplicate him.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Senate Bill 330 includes missing people with special needs who are at risk of becoming lost or prone to wander due to autism spectrum disorder, a developmental disability, or another condition into the definition of missing endangered persons. The bill would create an alert system for missing persons with special needs similar to that of the Silver and Amber Alert. That's the bill.
Okay. With that, is any amendments to it?
There is.
Oh, there's a strike everything. Okay, there's one amendment on the desk, and Senator Bradley is recognized to explain barcode 104312, but it's a courtesy. Would you like to explain it?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Senator Bradley. This amendment matches this version of the bill with the House version. It deletes a provision to provide tracking devices for those who are prone to wander. And that is the amendment.
Okay. Is there any questions on the amendment? Seeing no questions on the amendment, any debate? Seeing no debate, anyone wishing to speak on the amendment? No one wishing to speak on it? Without objection, show the amendment is adopted. We're back on the bill as amended. Are there any questions? Seeing no questions, is there any debate? Well, let's see, is there any appearance cards? Gay Seth, that's from the missing persons. Is he still here?
Thank you.
Did I pronounce the name right? Gary Seth. Seth, S-T-E-I-H.
Is it Stein?
Stein? Seth Stein.
Gary Stein.
Okay.
I do apologize for my handwriting.
Well, I'm sorry. Okay, let's don't get into it. I'm from North Florida. Please, continue on.
Chair Evers, members of the committee, as Director of Public Policy for FAST, the Florida Alliance for Assistive Services and Technology, on behalf of FAST, I'd like to thank Senator Dean for sponsoring this important life-saving bill and offer our support for this legislation. Currently, these individuals do not meet the criterion for amber or silver alerts when they wander or elope from a safe environment. And when one of these individuals elopes, drowning in water and traffic may be the ultimate dangers, but time is the greatest enemy. The more time that elapses, the more dangerous the situation, with potential lethal outcomes. We sincerely hope you vote affirmatively on this bill today, that the dialogue continues to find an appropriate method to utilize life-saving technology to locate and rescue these individuals quickly, these precious and special people. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Stein. Next up is Marnie Bishop, representing missing persons with special needs.
Mr. Chairman, we'll waive in support of this.
No, you didn't. You didn't mark that. You didn't mark the waive-in portion. Oh, you are going to waive in support. Okay, I'm going to check that for you. Okay. All right. Next up is Amy Date. Daz, D-A-T-E-Z or S?
It's like cats with a D.
That's.
That's right.
Well, is that a S on the end? A E? A Z?
A Z, I'm sorry.
Z. Okay.
I'll try to do better.
Okay.
I just wanted to speak to you because I have a child who's disabled. I've mentioned this to you before. He has autism. When he walks around, he kind of walks strangely, like a police officer could see him and think he was drunk, because he's not. He's just, kids with autism, they just walk strangely. And I would like to see, in this bill, I would like to see you add that they get special ID cards so that when a police officer pulls them over, they don't get immediately arrested and thrown in jail. I'd like to see them have a picture ID so that the police officer can know this is a person with a disability, not a person that's drunk or on drugs that's up to mischief. So, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. and going along with that, Ms. Katz, there was an individual, a good friend of mine, had a son that had gotten off of his meds, and he was out by the road. I don't know if he was howling at the moon or what, but police officers stopped him and picked him up for public drunkenness or whatever. It was found he wasn't drunk, but anyway, it was turned into a pretty rough situation. So absolutely, I can understand what you're talking about. Okay, any more? Okay, then we have one that's along with Mr. Bishop that's waving in support, and that would be Sarah Carroll. Sarah, wherever you are, wave in support. I see you wave. Yeah, I got it. Okay, and she's waving in support to. She's waving in support. Okay, next up. That's with any debate on the bill.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes. Senator Brand.
My only comment on this bill, and what I'd like you to take back to Senator Dean, is on line 46, it says a missing person with special needs who is at risk of becoming lost or prone to wander due to autism spectrum, so it's pretty specific disorder, a developmental disability, a little bit broader, or other disease, really broad, or condition is extremely broad. So I think one of the things about the silver alert or an amber alert is that they're special and unique, and that's why they are set apart. I would see if we could tighten up this language so that we aren't so broad that it essentially can incorporate anybody for any condition at any time. That would just be my thought on this issue. So I would like you to take that back to Senator Dean. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, with that taken back to Senator Dean, Chase, you're recognized to close.
Waive close, Mr. Chair.
He's waving close. Sue, please call a roll on Senate Bill 330. CS for Senate Bill 330.
Senator Bradley?
Yes.
Senator Brandis? Senator Clemens? Senator Gibson? Mr. Chairman?
Yes. Members, by your vote, CS for SB 330 shall be reported favorable.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.